People talk about manifesting as if it should happen instantly, but manifestation really isn't about speed. While some things do come through overnight that we're calling in, many unfold through a very precise unfolding of a bridge of events. Sometimes nothing in the outer world shifts until we shift internally. And what happens is if we don't understand these different pathways, manifestation starts to look like some kind of random process, but it really isn't. Manifesting is really the process of deliberately rendezvousing with our destiny. There's different layers to this manifestation or actualization process. Sometimes the shift happens immediately, and often we notice that most through the way that we feel. And sometimes the bridge of incidence requires us to become a version of ourselves that can actually live inside the reality that we're calling in before anything in our external world changes. Those different levels of readiness and embodiment determine the timing or the unfolding of what we are calling in into our physical reality. So some of these manifestations are truly immediate and very dramatic. We call these quantum jumps or miracles. I've seen people walk out of hypnosis sessions, waking up feeling completely different, and the change sticks like a completely different version of themselves. I've had people write in public reviews about tremendous, miraculous shifts in their physical well-being, in their mental and emotional well-being, and all from just a few hours of perceptual shifting. Now, some manifestations don't require us to change ourselves or even shift our perspective. Sometimes we imagine it. We've heard of techniques like this. We visualize, it's very normal. We daydream. We may ask for it, we may pray for it, and it will arrive into our experience with very little effort or internal shift. Right now, coming to mind is about a decade ago plus, I had the idea that I wanted to go on a luxury cruise, and I started looking at luxury cruises, and I'm really into Abraham Hicks, and I said, oh, I want to go on an Abraham Hicks luxury cruise. And I did a little visualization. I imagined myself there, and lo and behold, within a couple weeks, someone close to me called me and said, hey, I want to go on a cruise. And I said, yeah, me too. I'd love to go on this particular. They said, that sounds really fun. Here's my credit card. It's on me. And we ended up going and we had a great time. That particular manifestation didn't require me to change any part of myself, but it just invited me to open up my imagination. We're bookmarking, we're earmarking, our planting seeds. We are connecting with the resonance that is existing in the spacious present, and we're kind of almost connecting ourselves to that. And then we can allow a series of events to unfold and we can rendezvous with that. Okay, not all rendezvous are required. We have to choose it, we have to want it, but it doesn't require us to change ourselves. This is an example of how we can take excursions or side trips along whatever trajectory we're already moving along, and often these kinds of manifestations will enter our life very quickly and rather effortlessly. We basically have to want it. We set it and we forget it. But other things, as we know, they unfold a lot more slowly or more mysteriously through space and time. As Neville Goddard calls it, this is the natural bridge of incidence or the natural bridge of events unfolding, which is appearing instantaneously. The moment you have chosen or entertained something, as long as you're open to it, a bridge of events opens up, and then it's just about proceeding along that bridge without any kind of resistance for it to unfold. For example, I once manifested a full live-in partnership. Okay, this is happened within 21 days. What happened was I had been dating for about a year and a half. I had dated two people in particular, and neither one of those things worked out. And I did not want to go through the whole dating rigmarole again. So I wasn't super attached to having a partner, but I was like really wanting it. So I just decided to play an embodiment game. I had never done anything like this on this level. I don't think I had wanted something intensely enough that I would do this, but I basically lived in my mind as if I was in a full-blown relationship. Now, of course, in the outside world, nobody knew anything about it. I didn't let anybody know that I was doing this kind of experiment in my head. I myself didn't know what was going to happen. I had manifested a lot of things, but nothing like this. And lo and behold, 21 days later, the intention was to hold this for 30 days. 21 days later, a series of events unfolded. I ended up at a party, I met the person, then I ended up meeting them again later that same evening. And basically before the 30-day mark was up of my experiment, this person was already moved in and had started paying rent. So there was this unfolding alignment going on internally in my consciousness, and I became the embodiment of the version of myself who was fully coupled up and in a full-blown relationship. Then it was letting reality reorganize itself. You know, a series of events had to play out. I had to be open to going to those events and things, and it basically unfolded in perfect timing. And then there are manifestations that are going to take a lot longer because, really, in that case that I gave above, I kind of caught on to the idea before it was destined to happen. I just became a vibrational match to what was coming down the pipeline for me. A lot of other times, it's way further down the road. There's a lot more architecture involved. If we're building something like a business, if we're calling in a family or a life structure, something that has a lot of moving parts, there might be people that have to come in alignment with us in order for us to accomplish or call in what we want to call in. But it doesn't mean that it's not possible, it's unlikely, the manifestation isn't happening, it's a bunch of, this and that. It does happen. It's just the bridge of events is much more elaborate than what we were able to conceive of. And the unfolding involves a lot of pivoting, and there's going to be a lot of preparation. So the most efficient way for us to manifest is actually really simple on paper, and it's not the way that most people approach this process. We hold our vision clearly in our awareness, and as we move in that direction, we move with consistency and with trust, and we are at peace with the unfolding. By making peace with it, by letting go of the how, the when, or even the exact form, by doing this, we are creating the highest state of non-resistance within our own being so that we can meet the most efficient next series of events to get to where we're going. In fact, there's a stream of life that's flowing through us, and we are just kind of setting how much we're going to enjoy it, and we can kind of create really efficient ways to get to where we want to go, or we can take really longer, windy ways. And the path really is through the heart. It's through this alignment that we're doing. It's like having a wise heart is what I'm hearing from the guides. So we let go of the how, we let go of the when with the precise timing, we even let go of the exact form. We have great expectation, generally speaking, that things are going to work out for us, but we have no insistence on the moment-to-moment outcome. Okay, if it isn't preferred, there's a deeper understanding that it's part of the preparation of where we're going. It's protection, it's redirection. Okay, it could be just divine timing because there's a lot of moving parts. We're not playing by ourselves. Sometimes the form that it comes in is exactly the way we've imagined it. And that just means that we kind of were able to conceive of what was coming down the pipeline. But even if it doesn't come in that form, it's going to be equally fulfilling. The deeper mastery is about remaining centered and holding on, holding consistent, holding the line while the bridge of events is unfolding, and we just keep pivoting as needed. This creates a flexible sovereignty within us. We don't even have to be super proactive. We just follow our joy to the best of our ability, and we just focus on not being resistant. That's like the main thing in creating efficiency and expediency and enjoying the unfolding of our journey as much as possible with whatever we've set up for ourselves. So much of the unfolding experience on the bridge of events is preparation for becoming the next version of ourselves for whatever we are calling in now. And the state of calm, positive overall expectation is where manifesting the crystallization, where we can move the needle. The guides are saying, look, what's going to happen is what's going to happen. But if there's any way to improve the experience or create the best outcome for the experience, it's going to be through this calm, great expectation, through this positive attitude. The process of actualizing in this reality in the way that it is by design, and it's twofold. As humans, we want to manifest our best life. But as spiritual athletes, we're also here to develop this level of creator mastery. So that's the message for today. It was about the different forms of manifesting and really how it's all about our readiness. They're saying it's never had anything to do with worthiness, just like a baby it's not about worthiness. A baby just can't go to a PhD program right now. It's just not ready for that. It never had anything to do with worthiness. And so they're sharing how this is the most efficient way to rendezvous with the best parts of our destiny and to co-create in the most pleasant, enjoyable way. If you enjoyed this message, please share your beautiful energy, like, subscribe, share, and comment. And if you're interested in coaching, readings, or visionary art, you'll find that information in the description box. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next message.